What about any stories about Corey Cool?
The cool.
What you gotta say about the cool?
My mother.
Oh no, the girl
When, always when we was bring up Corey. Corey was the youngest in
Did she have to come back?
Corey, we had, well, when
Usually she asked, right?
Coretta had went into the service. She left
Talking to the mic, man.
She left Corey with us. Well, you know, Mama, she wanted Mama wanted to take over the Corey, take over Corey and all of that. Even though Corey was my grandson, you know, Mama, she likes to be in charge, you know. And so she had done said what he was doing well and all of this and what have you. I didn't like it now when he changed it. Mama came back in front of all them people. I told her, I said,
Talking to the mic, Mama.
she came back and all them people, she decided that she was going to change what he was going to wear. And all of that, and she did change it. I said, Mother, after everybody left and everything, I said, that wasn't fair and that wasn't right. That's my grandson. And if you wanted to change, why didn't you wait until after all the folks were gone? Okay. I told her that I didn't think that was right. That was my grandson. Okay. She told me she just slapped the taste out of my mouth. My mama, yeah, told me. And she said because everything that come in her house, she was in charge of everything that come in her house. I started to tell her, oh, you say something? I'm gonna show you. Corey. Oh yeah, she thought Corey, she's so crazy about it, you know. And so what I decided, I said, okay.
You know what? I do think I remember that. I think I do.
Let me see, Brandon.
Oh, she told me.
No. Oh, so no nobody around. She told you.
Well, my grandmother, she came to live with us. Now I'm looking at Mama like she did the whole time with me. It's hard staying in that thing.
You don't have to stare. You don't have to look at the camera. You can look away.
Don't make me laugh, Kiara. But anyway, my grandmother, she came to live with us, 352 North Hamas, and in Marycrest. And I'll never forget when I got pregnant with you, Corey. Nobody knew I was hiding it. And one day, she was eating her food and she was covering her food up. I said, I ain't gonna steal your food, Grandma. And she say, I know you ain't. So I went and ate, got me something to eat, and I sat down next to her. And she said, you got a bun in the oven. I was a junior in high school. And I said, you don't know what you're talking about? I said, no, I don't. And she said, mm-hmm. She said, I see. I said, Lord, we got to get this woman out of here. But she tell she gonna get me killed. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so I said, Ma, she really hallucinating. Her dementia's getting bad. Her Alzheimer's getting real bad. And so she wanted to go home. She had started. Yeah. And Mama went on. We drove her back down to Cairo. And
That was calling me today.
That's what it is.
I didn't know who it was.
and so that's when
The weirdest thing is I got you in my contacts.
later on
But it don't show.
I went to Mama. I'd never forget it. Mama was strict. That's why I learned to be strict from Mama.
Try to re-put in your name.
And I said, Mom, she was on the phone. I didn't know how I was going to tell her because it was time. I was almost time to deliver. And I said, Mom, I said, I need to talk to you. She was on the phone. And I sat there and I said, Ma, I put shame to your name. Remember, Mama? You said, girl, let me call you, see what this girl talking about. Let me call you back. And I called back and I said, I know how to get rid of it, Mama. I can roll down the stairs. She said, what? What is you talking about? I said, I done put shame to your name. That was her figure of speech. She always told us, don't put shame to my name when y'all leave out to this house. Yeah. Yeah. And I told her, and she said, well, because they found out at school I was pregnant. And I denied it long as I could. Coach Johnston, she was the first one right in there. Deb Johnston. And so I kept denying. She said, if it is, we can go do something about it now, because I was one of the star players. And I said, I'm not pregnant. And I kept denying it. Well, she said, we need to go to the locker room. They raised up my shirt. I pulled my shirt up, and I had it sunk all the way in, so it didn't look like it. So she said, you need to go tell your mom, or I'm gonna have to call and tell her. Mama made me a doctor's appointment. Do you remember what happened? What they told me when we first went to that first doctor's appointment, Mama? Yeah, that was a long time ago. But old Doris said, well, where's the next appointment? See you next week. Mama said, next week? She said, I thought we supposed to, do 4 months. No, we wasn't getting rid of you, Sonny. It was too late. It was too late. It was too, yeah. It was been too late. When they start making you come every week, you time to deliver. By the time they found out, yeah. So I didn't have any prenatal care. I didn't have nothing. I went from the first appointment, went back the second day, and then they actually was scheduled because Corey was overdue. He wouldn't come. Yeah. So we had it set. We set appointment for you to, for them to induce my labor, for you to come on out. They broke my water. I never forget it. I broke my water, and I'm sitting in there with Carla. We laughing. They kept coming in, running in, because the machine was going off. And they said, how bad are your contractions on a scale of 1 to 10? I said, I ain't having no contraction. And so they was like, they kept looking at the machine. They go back out. They come back in running, because they had broke my water already. And I was mad because they had, prepped you, shaved you and everything. It took me all them years to grow that little hair, and now here they go taking it away from me. And so they come running back in again, and they said, they getting close. You're not. Nope, I'm not. So then they had to look on the baby monitor, and his heart rate was dropping. So he was taking all the blows from the labor, and I couldn't feel him. So it was making your heart rate drop, son. So they had to do emergency surgery to get you out. So they did a C-section. They said, we finna have a C-section. I said, C-section? They said, yeah, we're going to cut your belly and bring him out. They said, but and I said, oh. And they said, well, they thought I meant because the cup, they said, well, we gonna give you a little small bikini cut. Cause I wasn't showing, they said, and they won't even be able to tell it. Look, slid across. Okay. I said, I'm mad because y'all cut off my hair. And now y'all ain't finna do it that way. But then you came on, Sonny. They cut you out and brought you out.
Yeah, I am.
And there you are.
Greatest thing ever.
But they had to put you in the incubator after you came.
I thought I was overdue.
You were, but because you were yellow. You had jaundice.
See, I told you something wrong with you on that picture.
Boy, you okay now.
I said on that baby picture.
Oh.
Skin was all broke out and stuff.
No, that was from what you call. You had a 17-year-old mama that didn't. Let me tell you, your grandma said you had you came.
The mic and talking to the mic when
You had.
I hope you're telling the truth, whatever you telling me.
No,
you had.
continue.
You had you broke out in the hives. That's what you had, hives. And your grandma told me to take your diaper and wipe your face with it, and it's gonna clear up. So that's why your face looked like that at that time.
Can you move?
So
with J Money serving everybody.
so you had to have. I had to have emergency surgery.
Nah, that boy was ugly.
For you to be born.
That was a blessing, baby.
Yeah, you were.
Can I press?
You was so.
We got a serious debate.
And you were the reason why. Now I need your sister to hear this. She always teased me about my time in the service. I remember when I went away and I came back home and Mama and Toot were at the airport and had you in the back window. They had you in the back window. And I was coming and I could hear them. It was a hot summer day.
There's two things happening right now.
And it was a hot summer day. And I heard them saying, here come your mama, here come your mama. And your little face was in that back window. And you was smiling, looking, your eyes like this, waiting for me to come. And I was right there. And I walked past and I got to the window. You was still looking out the back window for your mama. That broke my heart. You ain't even know who I was no more. I'm finna start crying.
Don't cry. Can we put this on pause?
So that's why I said I can't stay in.
I don't know.
Cause my baby didn't know me no more.
Hey. Hey, I know. It's okay. I was trying to get him. I want him to get this
I
debate.
love you too, baby. So that's the reason my daughter, cause she did all her time in the service, and she wanted to tease me about my length of service.
Andy too.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So now, what was the backstory?
So I've been calling her princess since she was like 10 years old.
Can I ask you a question, Corey? Tell
You have
you
to talk
shame
to the
the
mic.
I don't want to.
Hello.
Hey, real quick. I just want to ask Corey a question. What is Gina's nickname from Auntie Toot?
That's fine.
That you can recall?
Yes.
I I wanted to see if he knows what your nickname is from her.
Boys don't pay attention to stuff.
Well, everybody know what your nickname is from Auntie Toot is what? Snuggles.
Somebody else called.
Yo, Squale, listen. She said it's Princess.
What happened?
You knew that? What? Who do you know is Princess? You said you. Bones.
Yeah. Called
No.
No.
I call her Princess and I call CJ handsome.
Right.
But
But Gina, I've been calling
recall?
Gina princess.
She been calling Gina princess since Gina.
do you know of that?
But I've been calling.
Do you know of that to be the truth? Your mama's
I would never lie to you.
No, I know. I'm not. I promise on
She
TV.
always calls.
Respectfully, I love you. That's not what I was saying. I'm not saying you a liar. You are a very.
I don't mind sharing the nickname Princess. This is just a debate right now, but Corsica do call me Princess, and I do recall Auntie Tutu calling Gina Princess as well. So we both are just
down the years later.
Princess.
No. She was little. Even Mooch will tell you. Mooch even said it.
She wasn't there.
I was not born,
Mind her own
but
Just,
yeah, that was that debate. Princess is out.
listen.
Okay, you still a
We are the chocolate queens of this family, so I need everybody to put some respect on chocolate number 1, chocolate number 2.
call all of y'all.
Chocolate number 1, chocolate number 2. Boom.
Bingo. They trying to keep us apart, but I did call Princess first, respectfully, and the Queen Ernestine Camp.
Get Jay. It's 2 different.
Big sissy, daughter, you ain't going nowhere. There.
Call everybody.
What we call everybody? Camel.
This my big sissy right here. Leave me fight machine. Hold on, got peace.
It's Resurrection Day. God rose in the windstorm, and God rose. Let me get these eateries in.
What you gotta say?
Nothing.
My beautiful family. Happy Easter, mofos. From my family to yours. And